Number 25, Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell is the cautionary tale everyone thinks of first. The Raiders fell in love with arm strength and ignored everything else. Russell held out of camp, showed up overweight, and never caught up. In 3 seasons, he went 7-18 as a starter with 18 touchdowns and 23 interceptions. His 2009 season collapsed completely with just 3 touchdown passes in 9 starts. Reports later surfaced about blank game tapes and preparation issues, which only worsened the perception. Oakland paid him nearly $40 million guaranteed and got nothing back. No playoffs, no growth, no redemption arc. This pick didn't just fail, it poisoned the franchise timeline for years afterward. Number 24, Courtney Brown. Courtney Brown looked perfect on paper. A Penn State defensive end with size, speed, and polish. Drafted to anchor Cleveland's return to relevance, instead, injuries wrecked everything. Brown played just 50 games in 5 seasons and never reached double-digit sacks in a year. From 2002 to 2004, he missed 22 games and recorded 8 total sacks. The flashes came early, but the knees and ankles never cooperated. Cleveland moved on by 2005. Brown finished his career with 19 sacks total, a brutal return for a first overall pick. He wasn't lazy or controversial. His body simply betrayed him before his career ever started. Number 23, David Carr. David Carr never had a real chance. Houston threw him into an expansion roster with a collapsing offensive line and told him to survive. He was sacked 76 times as a rookie, still an NFL record. Over 5 seasons with the Texans, Carr was sacked 249 times and led the league 3 times. Confidence disappeared fast. His best year came in 2006 when he led the league in completion percentage. Yet Houston still went 6-10. After leaving the Texans, Carr became a career backup. He did earn a Super Bowl ring with the Giants, but only as a clipboard holder. Talent existed. Circumstances crushed it completely. Number 22, Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford teased greatness and never delivered consistency. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2010 with 3,512 yards, then injuries took over. Torn ACLs in 2013 and 2014 derailed his prime years. When healthy, the arm talent was obvious. In 2016 with Minnesota, he completed an NFL record 71.6% of his passes, but availability mattered more than accuracy. He never won a playoff game and started only 83 games across 9 seasons. Teams kept betting on upside that never stabilized. Bradford wasn't a disaster. He was a reminder that durability matters as much as skill at quarterback. Number 21, Cam Ward. Cam Ward enters this list entirely on uncertainty. Drafted first overall with massive expectations, his professional story is unwritten. That alone limits his placement. Every first pick carries hype, but quarterbacks especially get judged brutally early. Arm talent and college production open the door, but history shows potential means nothing without adaptation. He could climb this list quickly or sink just as fast. For now, he sits low by default. Unknowns are dangerous in this league. The NFL doesn't reward patience. Until Ward produces wins, playoff relevance, or signature moments, his career remains a blank page. Number 20, Travon Walker. Travon Walker confused everyone on draft night. Jacksonville passed on louder prospects for traits and upside. Early returns were quiet. His rookie season produced just 3.5 sacks. Critics labeled him invisible. Then 2023 happened. Walker broke out with 10 sacks, improved pass rush efficiency, and became a reliable run defender. He still lacks elite consistency, but the trajectory matters. Jacksonville's defense leaned on him during their playoff push. He remains a developmental pick, not a star yet. Walker hasn't justified first overall status fully, but he also hasn't failed. This ranking reflects progress mixed with lingering questions about ceiling and dominance. Number 19, Eric Fisher. Eric Fisher was never flashy, but he was steady. Kansas City drafted him to stabilize chaos, and that's exactly what he did. He started 121 games, protected Alex Smith, and later blocked for Patrick Mahomes. Fisher made 2 Pro Bowls and anchored the left side during the Chiefs Super Bowl run in 2019. He tore his Achilles in the 2020 AFC Championship game, a brutal turning point late in his career. Fisher wasn't dominant like elite tackles, but he was dependable for nearly a decade. For a first overall pick, solid longevity and championship contribution mattered. Fisher delivered value even without star power. Number 18, Jake Long. Jake Long was elite immediately. As a rookie in 2008, he made the Pro Bowl and didn't allow a single sack. He followed that with 4 straight Pro Bowls and an All-Pro selection in 2009. At his peak, Long was one of the best left tackles in football. The downfall came fast. Injuries piled up after leaving Miami, including knee and ankle issues that robbed him of mobility. His career effectively ended by age 30. Long was great, just briefly. He protected quarterbacks at an elite level, but longevity never matched the dominance. That short peak keeps him from climbing higher historically. Number 17, Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston was chaos in cleats. He threw for over 4,000 yards twice and led the league in passing yards in 2019 with 5,109. That same year, he also threw 30 interceptions. Winston became the only quarterback in history to post a 30-30 season. The talent was obvious. The decision-making never improved. Tampa moved on immediately after that year, and Tom Brady replaced him. Winston bounced into backup roles afterward. He made a Pro Bowl as a rookie, but never stabilized. Explosive plays came weekly, but so did momentum-killing mistakes. Winston wasn't boring. He was unreliable. Number 16, Alex Smith. Alex Smith's career flipped expectations. Early years were rough. 7 offensive coordinators in 7 seasons nearly ruined him. Then everything changed. Smith led San Francisco to a 13-3 record in 2011 and revived his career in Kansas City with 5 straight winning seasons. He made 3 Pro Bowls and 1 Comeback Player of the Year after a devastating leg injury in Washington. Smith never posted huge numbers, but he won games. He finished with a career 99-67 record as a starter. That resilience matters. But first, only cool people are subscribed to this channel, so hit that subscribe button before we go any further. Number 15, Bryce Young. Bryce Young's career nearly collapsed before it ever started. After a disastrous rookie season, he was benched, publicly labeled a bust, and questioned league-wide for his size and durability. Carolina looked broken. Then 2025 flipped the narrative. With improved protection and play calling, Young stabilized the offense, improved his efficiency, and started stacking competitive wins. The poise that made him a first overall pick finally translated on Sundays. He still isn't carrying games alone or dominating statistically like quarterbacks ranked higher, but the recovery matters. Compared to others, Young earns this spot for surviving failure and showing real growth instead of disappearing entirely. Number 14, Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams already looks like a franchise quarterback, but this ranking reflects trajectory, not hype. As a rookie, he's flashed elite arm talent, off-script creativity, and late-game confidence, while also absorbing the growing pains every young quarterback faces. Chicago's offense has leaned heavily on him, and while the highlights pop, efficiency still swings week to week. Turnovers, pressure recognition, and consistency against elite defenses remain works in progress. Compared to players ranked higher, Williams hasn't stacked playoff wins or sustained dominance yet. The tools are obvious. The resume is still forming. Potential alone can't outrank proven careers. Number 13, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence sits here because his career has stabilized, but never fully exploded. After surviving one of the worst rookie environments imaginable, he's grown into a reliable starter who can win big games when protected. He's engineered playoff comebacks, thrown multiple 4,000-yard pace seasons, and commands Jacksonville's offense with poise. But the gap between expectations and results still exists. He hasn't entered the MVP conversation or consistently outdueled elite quarterbacks deep into January. Compared to those ranked higher, Lawrence has been good more than great. His career is solid. The dominance remains intermittent, not inevitable. Number 12, Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney never became the dominant sack artist expected, but his impact went beyond box scores. He made 3 Pro Bowls, anchored elite run defenses, and was a nightmare in containment. His playoff performance with Houston and Seattle showed what scouts envisioned. Still, inconsistency and injuries prevented superstardom. Clowney never reached double-digit sacks in a season, a major knock for a first overall edge rusher. Compared to defensive linemen drafted first, he delivered solid but unspectacular results. He ranks here because he was never a bust, yet never the franchise-defining defender teams hoped would terrorize quarterbacks weekly. Number 11, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's career has been defined by extremes. else. At his best, he looks unstoppable, earning 2 Pro Bowls and winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. In 2021, he led Arizona to an 8-1 start before collapsing late. Injuries, including a torn ACL, stalled momentum and sparked criticism about preparation and leadership. Murray has elite arm talent and speed, but consistency and durability remain concerns. He ranks above many quarterbacks because he has produced high-level play, but below elite peers because sustained success and playoff wins never followed. Murray's story is still active, but incomplete. Number 10, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield changed Cleveland's culture. That alone elevates him. He led the Browns to their first playoff win in decades, outdueling Pittsburgh in 2020 and throwing for 263 yards and 3 touchdowns. However, inconsistency and injuries quickly followed. After bouncing through Carolina and Los Angeles, Mayfield resurrected his career in Tampa Bay, throwing for over 4,000 yards and winning a playoff game in 2023. That rebound matters. Baker ranks here because his career has had multiple lives. He was never elite long-term, but he delivered meaningful moments, leadership, and resilience that many first overall picks never achieved. Number 9, Cam Newton. Cam Newton's peak was nuclear. His 2015 MVP season featured 45 total touchdowns and a 15-1 record. He changed how defenses prepared for quarterbacks, but longevity was the issue. Injuries stripped his throwing mechanics and effectiveness quickly. After Carolina, he never reclaimed starter status long-term. Newton ranks here because few players on this list ever reached his height, yet his career arc burned fast. The Super Bowl loss and rapid decline prevent him from climbing higher. Cam wasn't consistently great, but at his apex, he was one of the most dominant offensive forces the league has ever seen. Number 8, Michael Vick. Michael Vick altered football culture. His speed and arm strength made him a nightmare, becoming the first quarterback to rush for 1,000 yards in a season. His 2010 comeback year with Philadelphia included 21 passing touchdowns, 9 rushing scores, and a Pro Bowl appearance. But inconsistency and off-field decisions derailed longevity. Vick never became a sustained winner or elite passer. He ranks here because his influence outweighs his resume. Few players changed defensive schemes like Vick, yet few left so much unrealized potential behind. His career is remembered more for what it could have been than what it consistently was. Number 7, Jared Goff. Jared Goff quietly rebuilt his career. Early struggles gave way to Pro Bowls, a Super Bowl appearance, and elite efficiency in Sean McVay's system. He later absorbed criticism after being traded to Detroit, yet responded by leading the Lions to their best seasons in decades. In 2023, Goff guided Detroit to the NFC Championship game, throwing for over 4,500 yards. He ranks this high because adaptability matters. Goff may not be flashy, but he wins when supported and commands offenses effectively. Compared to peers, his longevity, playoff success, and leadership resurgence separate him from volatile quarterbacks below. Number 6, Mario Williams. Mario Williams was everything teams want from a first overall defender. He recorded 4 Pro Bowls, topped 90 career sacks, and delivered consistent pressure across multiple teams. Critics questioned his selection over Reggie Bush, but Williams validated Houston's choice by anchoring their defense for years. He later remained productive in Buffalo, proving his impact wasn't system-dependent. Injuries shortened his peak, but his resume stacks up favorably against most defensive first picks. Williams ranks here because he delivered exactly what franchises expect: durability, production, and respect league-wide. He didn't redefine defense, but he absolutely justified his draft position. Number 5, Eli Manning. Eli Manning's placement is defined by moments, not efficiency. Statistically, he was rarely elite, leading the league in interceptions 3 times and never winning an MVP. But when it mattered most, he delivered. 2 Super Bowl runs, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and both came against Tom Brady at the peak of the Patriots dynasty. The helmet catch, the Manningham sideline throw, and clutch fourth-quarter drives cemented his legacy. Compared to players below him, Eli finished the job. Compared to players above him, his week-to-week play lacked dominance. His career is proof that timing, not perfection, can define greatness. Number 4, Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is one of the few defenders here still ascending. Since entering the league, He's been a consistent nightmare, stacking double-digit sacks in nearly every healthy season. He's earned multiple first-team All-Pro selections and captured Defensive Player of the Year honors, validating his draft status. Garrett's impact goes beyond sacks, forcing protections to shift and offenses to alter entire game plans. What keeps him just shy of the very top is team success. Unlike quarterbacks, his legacy depends on postseason moments still to come. Compared to others, Garrett delivered dominance immediately and sustained it, making him one of the safest first picks ever. Number 3, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford spent years carrying broken rosters before rewriting his narrative. In Detroit, he piled up yardage, led the league in comebacks, and absorbed punishment without playoff success. The perception changed instantly in Los Angeles. In his first season with the Rams, Stafford threw 41 touchdowns, delivered multiple playoff game-winning drives, and won Super Bowl LVI. That championship matters. Stafford proved he could finish when surrounded by competence. Compared to quarterbacks below him, he owns the defining moment they lack. Compared to quarterbacks above him, his career required a late rescue. Still, longevity, toughness, and a ring place Stafford firmly among the best outcomes for a first overall pick. Number 2, Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck's career ended early, but its impact was undeniable. He dragged the Colts from irrelevance to contention immediately, leading multiple playoff runs and posting a 40-touchdown season in 2014. Luck combined size, intelligence, and fearless play, often masking disastrous protection. His retirement shocked the league, cutting off a prime that could have produced MVPs and championships. What elevates Luck is how clearly elite he was when healthy. Compared to others, his peak efficiency, leadership, and instant franchise transformation stand out. The lack of longevity hurts, but the dominance was real. Few first picks ever looked as complete, as fast as Andrew Luck. Number 1, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow sits at the top because he checks every box that matters. He changed Cincinnati overnight, ending decades of irrelevance and leading a Super Bowl run by his second full season. Burrow outdueled Mahomes, thrived under pressure, and elevated everyone around him. His accuracy, pocket toughness, and leadership separate him from the rest. Even injuries haven't shaken his trajectory. Compared to every quarterback below him, Burrow combines peak performance, postseason success, and cultural impact. He doesn't just produce stats, he wins belief. When healthy, he's consistently in the championship conversation, and that's the ultimate goal of a first overall pick. If you like this video, YouTube thinks you will love this next one too, so check it out.